Welcome to SFN, your preeminent source for space and defense news and all things tangentially related. We're your hosts, loyal to the foil here at Houston Mission Control. And we've got Alara of Sirius in low Earth orbit. And we're here live every Sunday night.
Space Force News, number 33. How's everybody doing on this lovely Sunday evening? I am your host, Alara of Sirius, here with my amazing co-host, Loyal to the Foil.
What up, Space Peeps?
Happy Sunday, friends. Hello, Allison, Cad Spotter, Mikey, Becky. Ooh, hi, Gert. Haven't seen you in a while. Hello, Sofa. Fearless. Hi. Let me move this screen over here so I can see them better. Hold on here. All right, that's better. Okay, here we go. Are we live on D Live, guys? Could I get a...
Let me go look. I thought I was about to choke to death a second ago there.
Hi, Tyler. Good to see you. Paula, Frightening Me, Fearless, Divine Fractal, Hez Sovereign, Detox with Tessa. Oh, I see somebody on D Live. I think we are.
I don't know.
Rainbow Snuggle Fritz. We're not online on D Live?
I don't think so, buddy.
Let me see if I can fix that. Just a second.
No, ma'am.
Yeah, I didn't want to connect. I saw that. Hold on,
Spiteful Archons.
Right?
I think that's what's going on here today.
We're going to try it again on D Live.
This is fine. Alara, this is fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Unable to connect. Oh, look, that's not going to happen tonight, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. But it looks like we will not have any D Live tonight. I don't know why, but it's not wanting to connect. It won't let me. So sorry about that, friends. We are only on Foxhole and YouTube tonight, so definitely.
Oh, wait. I just got a notification on D Live that says we're streaming news,
well,
but
it told me unable to connect. So I don't know. Be cool if we could find out though. Hi, Mom. Good to see ya. Haven't seen you in a while. Dawn, K Ria. It's live on YouTube. Oh, she posted the YouTube link on D Live. Thank you, Tessa. Appreciate that. Yeah, there was no logical reason why that shouldn't have gone live.
Yeah, that's wide.
That's
wild.
Super
oh wait,
weird.
It is on D Live now. Refresh your screens. If you are on D Live, yep, they see it. Thanks, Tessa. Yeah. We are good.
For real.
See, this is fine.
I'm getting tacos. Everything's fine. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Right.
Well, yes. Good evening. Sunday nights. Here we are with our space friends. Favorite part of the week. Hello, UFO Mark. Good to see you. G Morty, yeah, look at success, right? Said unable to connect and then it connected. That's odd. But
see?
But yeah, so here we are.
That's all love, man.
That's right. It's all good. So, yeah, Foil, it's been an interesting week, hasn't it? You know?
Oh man.
Thizamajig says
Thingamajig?
Is that thing?
Thizamajig.
No, it's Thizamajig. Says space herpes is going to be a thing.
Oh, it will be a thing. I am certain.
Man,
okay, now this is going to sound crazy, but I swear to God, I'm not making this up. There was a report, and I'm going to find it just for posterity's sake. There was a report about astronauts on the ISS actually having herpes. I suppose that would qualify as space herpes.
I remember that.
Right?
So, we watched Godzilla versus King Kong last night with Neo, and let me just say, woo!
Awesome.
Holy disclosure, man. It's all in
right?
there. It's all in there. They got underground bases with tunnels going all over the Earth.
Right.
All over the Earth to we got inner Earth. We
Hollow Earth.
We got ships. I'm not quite
Titans.
sure how the spaceships run their propulsion system, but we got spaceships. What else do we got? We got Skynet. We had the Titans teamed up against Skynet. I mean,
it was kind of Skynet, man.
Yeah. So definitely go and check that out, you guys. That movie is nutty. It's pretty cool.
Yes, Tyler Koala, space herpes. Apparently, space was activating herpes in the astronauts that were on the ISS. I just pulled the article. Yeah, it's true. I don't just make shit up as much as I would love to. That is true.
Oh.
Crazy, right?
That's wild. Well, nowadays, guys, and I figured we were going to get, maybe some fake aliens or something, you know, maybe, Blue Beam Jesus or something, you know. But
right.
it turns out, who knew? It looks like, if you were here last week, we were talking about Elon and his Neuralink people with they're going to make Jurassic Park, or they can make Jurassic Park or whatever. Well, turns out, apparently, and no, I don't know who said that earlier, but are we going to go into the depressing news? No, we're not going to be covering that tonight, as much as we can avoid it. Other than, oh, come on,
my black pill of the week.
Not the defense. Or I know what he's talking about. I'm not going to reiterate it, but the horrific news that's coming out every day right now. Yeah. So
yeah, right.
No, we're going to be talking about something really important, which is the
rainbows
fact that,
and unicorns, people.
That's right, and dinosaurs. Okay,
dinosaurs,
because that's what's important. All right, so check this out. For those who didn't see it, I posted this on my Telegram. If you do not follow me on Telegram, please go and do so. That is my main spot of putting out information. In fact, I'm even thinking of deleting my Facebook. That's something I might consider doing here soon. So that's definitely the spot to find me at the moment. Okay, so we have dinosaurs in Florida.
Of course it's Florida.
Yeah, of course it's Florida. All right, so we're going to go ahead and start the show with this because I think this is rather interesting. We got dinosaurs in Florida. And then we're going to do a little comparison here, guys, because, because why not? So here we are.
Why not?
Here's the little dino, guys. This is on somebody's camera in Florida, and she caught a little dino in her yard running by on the camera. So let's go ahead and check this out. I'm gonna.
You might want to co-fefe that and make it a little bigger for the peeps.
Oh, that's right. Let me co-fefe that. Hold on. Yeah, so we got to hear the dinosaur sound. Here we go. All right, and let's get rid of us, right? Because I want your full analysis, friends. I want your full analysis on the dino. Here we go. Oh, here we go. Is that? Oh man, look.
Gotta make it big.
I am here. Look, now.
Oh, thanks, Phil Christopher. She says 9 is the number of the day. Look, the Hermit in Terra.
Look at that, guys. That is clearly a dinosaur. Look.
Oh, that's a freaking dinosaur.
That is a dinosaur.
Listen.
That is not an alligator. That is not a crocodile.
Right. Look at the size of that thing.
And then, okay, and here's what I want you to pay attention. Look. Doesn't he go, rah? I thought he went, rah. Or did I hear that in my head?
I think you just hear rah in your head.
I just probably heard it. I narrated it. Okay, so let me
look at the angle of his running.
This is what I want you to look at. Look, this is what I want you to look at here. Okay, the little dino, his head is shining as though he's got a hairdo, right, guys? He looks about like a baby raptor. You know, that's what he looks like. I'm not making it up. And look, I want you to notice his hairdo. Okay, now look, you see that? Watch. Let me see if this article is going to let me do it. Ready? All right. You see that there? Something is glowing on his head. Okay? Something is glowing on his head. So there's something going on there. I'm going to play it again a couple times, then we're going to look at something. I say baby raptor. Now, what it's doing in this lady's yard in Florida, I don't know. You know, interesting timing. A week after Elon. Now, check this out. Here we go. Let's compare and contrast here. Now, I've heard several whistleblowers. How do I exit out of this screen? Oh my, what's happening here? I can't get rid of the screen. Oh, what do I do, Foil? I got it.
There's an X, right?
Okay. Yep. Yep. I'm winning.
Let's breathe.
That's
right. Everything. This is fine.
What are they saying in the chat? Can you see what there's? I want to know. Do they think it's a raptor? Okay, so then look, guys.
I don't know. Caitlin says it looks like a bird. What kind of bird, though?
What kind of bird has a tail like that, people? I mean,
body sway gait is of bipedal like a chicken, so not a cat. What bothers me is the trail in the grass, says Rob Vanoy. Is that CGI, not natural?
Right. Now here is what raptors. So allegedly, we have whatever you want to call them. I guess they live in the inner Earth, allegedly. But whatever you want to call them, extraterrestrials. I don't know enough about them.
In crystal caves, right? Isn't this is this allegedly. Part now? In fairness, we did look, and there are caverns in Florida, right?
So this is allegedly what the
you got to get us out of the way.
What the fellows look like. Oh man, what's going on here?
Oh no, there you go. That's that one. He looks gangster.
Now look at him. Look how he's got a hairdo. Look, did you notice that dino in the video had a hairdo? All right, I'm just saying. This guy's got a hairdo. You know, look at the back end.
He looks hungry and angry. Like,
look at the tail. Look at the stance. Look at the tail.
Kick in
now,
your door.
All right,
something.
Let's go back and look at the other one here. What happened? Okay. Then we got this guy, which
is this the retarded one?
Yeah, the foil thinks this one looks kind of retarded. I don't, you know.
What do you mean kind of? Look at it. Look at his little face. He definitely looks like he needs a helmet, man.
Notice the hairdo is my point. You see the hairdo here?
Yeah, I see the hairdo.
I'm just saying the little dino in the yard clearly had some sort of hairdo. I'm thinking like a teenage dino that got out of the yard. That's what I'm thinking. Got out of the wherever it is they live, the inner.
Tyler
yard.
says he wants to call in. Do you have some dinosaur related information you'd like to share with us?
Tyler's
Decider.
He's always got it. So
right.
Yeah, guys, I'm thinking raptor bang. You know, I'm thinking. I don't know. You know. They want to see an iguana
running. It looks
running.
like a raptor to me, though. Oh, we did consider this. Like, we looked up Komodo dragons and how they.
Oh, we watched bipedal, the whole thing. We looked it all up.
Yeah, we actually did try to debunk this.
Yeah, we did. We really tried, and we couldn't successfully debunk it. So.
Yes, Rob Vinoy. That's exactly
what Rob say.
It's a helmet raptor, right?
What's a helmet raptor?
I like that.
You got the 411 on the ETs, right? Rob? Huh? Hey,
I told you that one looks like he needs a helmet.
I'm telling you, whatever it is, that dino being that we saw, and I'm loving these doorbell videos because we get all kinds of stuff from people's doorbell videos. But he clearly had a shimmering
something,
a helmet or a shimmering hairdo. There's something going on there, you know. And
UFO Mark makes a good point. He says another reason to move to Florida, which he loves, the land of pythons, alligators, and now dinosaurs. They have a lot of, like, the pythons, the alligators. I mean, they've got old.
Norm says it's an iguana lizard. What? Iguanas
that thing was huge.
It would have to be the size of a Komodo dragon and be running on 2 legs for that to have been an iguana.
Now, iguanas do run on 2. Remember when I had that one loose in my house that I thought was a squirrel or something? Oh. Like, that was tripping me out. But I mean, that thing was huge in the video.
Dude. All right. So, I think 10 minutes was long enough to speak. I'm just saying, guys, instead of getting some of the other alternatives, perhaps we'll get dinosaurs first. I don't know. I mean.
Wouldn't that be something? And then Blue Beam Jesus?
Right. And then Blue Beam
Jesus. How's that
work? Right. Tessa says no. She doesn't want that option. Okay, so for today's actual news that's sauced, we have Chimera Embryos, Space Force National Guard potential going on, Afghanistan pullout, Putin snubs Biden. We've got Fungus space habitats, right? It's totally in line with Super Mario Brothers. We have a new Alzheimer treatment. New York City UFO sightings have increased. SpaceX moon lander contract, and you know, guys, there'll be a whole lot more, so stay tuned for the rest of your Space Force news. What up, space peeps? Alara of Sirius here with Loyal to the Foil. We got a quick message for you. Hit it, Loyal to the Foil.
In this age of anti-toxic masculinity, do you want to be more manly so you can really stick it to the system? Do you buy products that are made by companies that just push you toxins? Does your barbecue taste like it was soaked in estrogen?
I know mine does. And carrots.
Yeah. Ew. Well, right? Fear not. Mm-hmm. Fear not, Alara. Mm-hmm. Because we are now proud affiliates of BeardVet Coffee. They are veteran-owned and operated. Woo! A portion of every purchase goes to their veteran charity of the month. You do get free shipping if you order over $35, and you can use promo code SFN at checkout for 10% off. So if you need coffee, and who doesn't need
coffee?
Everybody needs coffee.
Even the ETs drink it, I hear. I mean,
that's what I heard.
That's the word on the street.
Right? Mm-hmm. Or if you just want to have the manliest beard of all time, or maybe you just want a specialty barbecue rub for your summer cookouts, possibly some great smelling handmade soap, then you go to beardvet.com and use promo code SFN at checkout for 10% off.
You would be supporting veterans, and you'd be supporting us. That's called winning.
That's winning.
That's right. Stay tuned for some more Space Force news. Space Ritz. Alara out. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our first commercial. Yeah. Did you guys like it? I hope you liked it.
Yeah, they think it's funny. Alara over there doing the Vanna White.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had to take a shot, and I'm sure we'll get better at our commercials, but, you know.
I thought it was great.
Yeah. So 10% off in checkout at BeardVet coffee and other items. BeardVet.com. It is linked in the description on YouTube below. And my mods are so awesome that they're usually really good about posting the link on other platforms. Thank you for the taco, Tessa. Great. That just started a thing last week, didn't it? Okay, so
tacos, right?
Man. Okay. So for super chats, big thank you to the people that support us. Hi, Troy.
We love
Good to
you.
see you out there. Let's see. Yes, we love you very much, and we appreciate your support. Okay, Drunk Pinata, Sammy Q Patriot, Summer Sunshine, Sarah R, Our Cloaked Unseen World, Paula Russo, Suiterbug, from D Live, Blue Phoenix, Allison N, Sean Joe, and Cash App, Kaboomer, Big Hair Tsunami, and Janet Odo. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, so I guess we're finally going to get to some Space Force news, man. After all that. I was just so excited about the dinosaur. I couldn't help myself.
I know, right?
You know?
Especially after the movie.
It's not every day that we catch a dinosaur running through someone's yard on tape. You know? Just saying.
I'm convinced.
All right, let me get comfy here. EO2 Dave says, don't believe anything you hear and very little that you see unless it's live. That's my motto. It went by me. Hold on.
I liked the commercial too. Thank you.
Thank you. I think our commercial went over well, you know. You guys can always tell us if it sucks. You know, we're not going to get mad. Hey, we'll love it. You can be like, you guys, that was terrible. You need to redo it. Here, let me help you. But yeah, so, yeah, maybe I hope we get better at our commercials. Well, we get an A, or we get an E for effort. For sure.
An E for effort.
That's right. We got a lot of Space Force news today. Okay, so here we go.
All right, there you
go. Here we go. Okay, Space Force wants to introduce... Are we on the screen? No, we're not. Let me go ahead and put our heads back on there, because it just wouldn't be the same without our heads.
We got this. We got this.
Hi, Brooklyn. Hi, Divine Fractal. Hi, Neo Mama. Good to see you. Where's Neo? I don't know. We had fun watching the movie with her. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Space Force wants to introduce commercial capabilities to all mission areas. This was not the first article. Well, maybe it was. My memory's terrible. There's a role for commercial in every mission area of the U.S. Space Force, says the news services portfolio architect. While commercial services have played a significant role in the military's satellite communications and launch enterprises, the Space Force has not integrated commercial services more widely. But as the service begins looking at its future plans, it sees industry as a much bigger partner. As we go through the force design for the next 10 years, commercial is vital across every mission area. In nearly every mission area, we're looking for rapid tech innovation. We're looking for hybrid architectures. And in a lot of cases, we're looking for commercial partnerships that lead us directly to allied partnerships in many of these areas. Priorities in the past have been wideband SATCOM, launch, space domain awareness, but we're seeing significant growth on the Space Force side of going after ISR, which is intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance, weather, more launch, logistics, servicing, and so you're starting to see a large growth. It's no longer going to be which areas are using commercials. All areas are going commercial, and right now, it's not a matter of when we are doing it, it's how we are doing it. And how we do it don't laugh at me, Foil. And how we do it rapidly so that we can have the Space Force acquire at the speed that commercial is already going. Part of that effort, said Tihan, is creating more opportunities to work with small and non-traditional vendors. The old ecosystem was geared towards large primes that have 8 to 15-year-old toeholds within a mission area or with a particular system. And the small businesses were in small businesses innovation research, and their only hope of coming up was to be integrated into some of those larger primes.
I love primes.
What language are they speaking right now? Like
What language are you reading?
I don't know. But a lot of the ecosystems we're working with now, we're trying to offer opportunities. Like all these dashes is just, it's disrupting my flow, I guess. All right. Where was I?
Got this, right?
This is
A lot of
fine.
the ecosystems we're working with. This is fine.
Yeah, this is fine.
This is fine.
Yeah.
Right?
Trying to offer opportunities like in software programs where the small businesses could come directly into the ecosystem and into the market. Space Force is working to open up more opportunities, engage with small businesses and non-traditional vendors. Yeah. Events like Space Pitch Day, where companies can present their ideas and technologies to government officials and win contracts instantly, and a Shark Tank style event gives small businesses a chance to interact with officials and learn about their needs.
Space Pitch Day.
Right?
Do we have any ideas?
Well,
we
those
need
sorts
an
of
idea
events
to
have
pitch
opened
for
new...
Space Pitch Day.
Oh, I've got some ideas I can pitch for Space Pitch Day.
Right?
I definitely think we have those.
I mean,
Well,
I think we
there's no
qualify as non-traditional vendors for sure.
That's right. Hello, Debbie. Good to see you. Hi, Chef Matt. Okay, while these sorts of events have opened new doors, one thing Tahan would like to see is more interactions between operators and industry.
Space operators.
We have
Right.
space operator. Oh, yeah, that's totally off key. That's not my song. That's what the Army does really well. When the Army comes back from deployment, they go straight to one of the industry teams. The industry team invites another 10 industry teams, and they talk about what they wish they would have done, what they would have done had in
What they
theater.
wish they would have had in theater. Yeah, like their theater of
I think I'm
operations.
becoming dyslexic. I type
today.
no. I type things backwards. I wasn't like this when I was younger. I type things backwards. I read things backwards. It's like, I wonder if that's like a thing, Foil. We should do a dig on that. Can you become dyslexic later in life just by some, I think it's
I don't know. Maybe your synapses are a little askewed today. Maybe your firing is off.
Dude, I'm getting cats in
this
the
is fine.
chat. They know. You know what I mean? They
Right.
know.
This is fine.
Space Force announces 12 outstanding airmen, guardians, and civilians of the year. Woohoo!
Oh, how nice of them.
Right?
Right.
Where was I? And so, yeah. Do you have your fake news button today?
Nope.
Of course not. Do you have a puffin shirt yet? Of course not. Have you even ordered a puffin shirt yet? Probably not. Like half the chat has already ordered a puffin shirt, but you haven't. She doesn't even have a Space Force news shirt, you guys.
What we
Real
should do
talk.
is sell them on Amazon, and then I'll order them all.
Okay. Chief of Space Operations General Raymond and Master Chief Sergeant of the Space Force Roger Tauberman announced that the 2019 USS.
Uh-oh. Let me find the article. Hold on here for a week.
Outstanding Airmen, Guardians, and Civilians of the Year in a video posted to social media on April 13th. Raymond said each of the winners have gone above and beyond and have demonstrated incredible agility, innovation, and boldness. He thanked each one of them for their service, leadership, and contributions to the service, noting they have all made history. So we're gonna say their names. We have
Say their name. Remember their names. We need to say their names. They're important.
say their names. That was
Right?
bad too. That was terrible.
This is fine.
Right. Captain Deborah B. Kim, Space and Missile Systems Center. Senior Master Sergeant Corey L. Ship, 50th Force Support Squadron, 50th Space Wing. Master Sergeant Shannon M. Brady, 721st Operations Group, 21st Space Wing. Tech Sergeant Jacob A. Frederick, 460th Force Support Squadron, 460th Space Wing. Tech Sergeant Gregory W. Johnson, 460th. I'm not going to read that all out again. You guys get the idea. Staff Sergeant Akia D. Carter, 30th Force Support Squadron, 30th Space Wing. You seeing a pattern here, guys? So am I. Senior Airman Cassidy B. Bansney, 50th Operations Support Squadron, 50th Space Wing. Aaron M. Solano, Space and Missile Systems Center. Justin C. Hensley, 460th. Nina R. Charlier, 45th Force Support. Christopher L. Dodson, 614th Air and Space Operations Center. Jennifer L. Connaught, Space and Missile Systems Center. I'm sorry, guys, if I mutilated your name. I have a tendency to do that. So I apologize. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Where's the chick, the Native American chick?
She's not in the list. I don't know.
Captain Star. What was
Star
it?
Eagle's not in the list. I don't know.
Yeah, Star Eagle. Where's she at?
I don't know. I don't know why she's not in the list. Maybe it's a new thing with her. I don't know. It is a new thing, right? We covered that last week.
Yeah, but still, I mean, just that name alone should win some awards.
All right. So, do we need a Space National Guard? Colorado says yes, but Congress is not so sure.
I wonder if that means every state would get one.
The Colorado House of Representatives unanimously passed a bill Friday that lays the legal framework for the state to establish the Colorado Space National Guard. But before any Coloradians, Coloradians or Radians? Coloradians. That's what they said, Coloradians. But before any Coloradians head to the recruiting station, they should know there's a catch. The U.S. Congress has to authorize a Space National Guard first. The new state legislation will allow Colorado's Air National Guard space units to transition to the Space National Guard. Stop. Once the federal government establishes, they said breathe. They said breathe.
We're a mess today, in case you guys didn't know. This is fine.
I'll just take a drink of water. Everything will be fine. I get this from my mom. I straight up get this from my mom, you guys. My mom's like this too. You should see us when we're together. It's a real mess. Let me tell you. I mean, I'll have to tell him the story about the flower on the table one day. God, that was legendary.
Talk about Angel Cutter.
No, we can't tell that story on air, Foil. But I can talk about the flower on the table. But we're not. But we can't do that today. We're already running way too behind talking about dinosaurs that allegedly exist in the inner Earth, which is totally not sourced, except for the doorbell video. But that's fine. We can't help it.
It's speculation. We're fine. This is fine.
I was excited about the Dino Man. I didn't have that on my bingo card. You know what I mean? I was really excited about that. Now they're making me crack up. I can't look at the chat. Oh, man. All right. Where was I? They said breathe. I breathe. No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Whenever you really try to breathe like that, it goes all bad every time. Colorado is a longtime hub of military space operations. I'm sorry, General Raymond. We really do the best we can, but sometimes it just goes south. Colorado's a longtime hub of military space operations, including the temporary home of the U.S. Space Command at Peterson Air Force Base. The state also hosts space-focused troops at Schriever Air Force Base, Cheyenne Mountain Air Force Station, Buckley Air Force Base, and the Army's Space and Missile Defense Command. I can't stop. This is out of control. This is one of those shows. This is going to be one of those shows, Foil, where we have to cut articles because I can't stop laughing. Hey, we asked for help. I prayed, and I asked for help, and I guess I'm getting help because now I can't stop laughing. I said, help me.
Help, they said.
Yeah, I prayed, and I said, help me with my vibe, protect the tech, you know, the prayer that I do. And this is their idea of helping me with my vibe, apparently. Well, that's fine. This is fine. The bill, which is currently under construction in the state Senate, is written so that the Space National Guard portions only take effect if the federal government creates the Space National Guard in the FY 2022 National Defense Authorization Act. Greg Dorman, Legislative Director for the Colorado Department of Military and Veterans Affairs, notes that the Colorado National Guard was home to the 1st Air Guard and Army Guard space units. We expect a seamless transition, and House Bill 21-1231 is a proactive way to ensure that we're prepared as a state to support that effort. Colorado National Guard space units and the over 300 National Guard space operators that make up those units will recognize within existing resources with no interruption of readiness. Yeah. So I got my mom started about the flower now. You know, she's going to educate the whole chat on the flower story while I'm reading articles. Mommy, you're going to make things worse. Don't tell them about the flower story. Plus, we need suspense, okay? Just don't tell them about the flower story. Someday I'll tell it when I can recreate it in such a manner that it's actually funny. And so, yeah. Where was I? Okay, so NASA's looking for people for a spaceflight simulation study, you guys.
They were paying people a lot.
Look, but you gotta like
sleep all day.
You gotta speak Russian. You gotta be able to speak. You gotta have a degree. You gotta speak Russian. You gotta speak.
That
you gotta
seems kind of suspect.
Man, let me list you off what all you gotta do. Okay, so NASA has its eye on a crewed mission to deep space in the coming years. But what impact will these longer journeys have on the human mind and body? To learn more, NASA and its counterparts around the world have been conducting occasional Earth-based simulation tests that involved placing a small number of people in conditions that replicate a long mission. And you could get involved in the next round of research. But here's the deal, guys. This is what they need. They need you to be a U.S. citizen and aged between 30 to 55, though candidates as young as 28 may be considered on a case-by-case basis. In addition, you need to be a professional with science, technology, engineering, or math-related education, minimum bachelor's degree, advanced degree preferred, and experience, and or 2 years of military experience, with military officer training preferred. You also need to be willing to be confined and isolated for up to 12 months, with a total of 16 months spent in Moscow, Russia, time that includes pre- and post-mission activities. You should also be proficient in Russian and English, and finally be a non-smoker in good physical health with a BMI between 18.5 and 30 and a height not exceeding 6 foot 1 inches. I mean,
what?
Yeah, right. Like, we won't qualify.
Right, I'm out.
We were out on like number 1, you know. I was like, I'd do it. I don't have to have email, and I could do isolation. I love being alone. And then I started reading. I was like, nope, I'm out. That's not going to work out for me. Not in this incarnation. NASA rules, Musk says, as SpaceX wins $2.9 billion moon lander contract.
Of course
he did. He's taken over space, isn't he? He's totally
the king of space. And Doge.
NASA awarded billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk space company SpaceX a $2.9 billion contract to build a spacecraft to bring astronauts to the moon as early as 2024. The agency said this on Friday, picking it over from Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin and defense contractor Dynetics. Bezos and Musk, the world's first and third richest people respectively, according to Forbes, were competing to lead humankind's return to the moon for the first time since 1972. Man, well, it's just when we need the fake news button. You never have it. Thank you, EO2 Dave. EO2 Dave says, what people don't know is that the transitioning from one branch to another authorizes hundreds of millions of dollars of your tax money. Oh,
imagine
man.
That.
Hi, White Hat. Good to see you. I never see him on Space Force News. This is exciting. All right, so Bezos and Musk, the world's first and... Oh, I already read that sentence. Guys, this is going to be a challenge today. Clearly, the commander isn't commanding much today. She can't even command her words. So, all right. Musk SpaceX bid alone, while Amazon.com founder Jeff Bezos' Blue Origin partnered with Lockheed Martin, Northrop Grumman. Is it Grumman or Gunman? Grumman, right?
Grumman.
Right. Dynetics is a unit of Leidos Holdings. Why do they have to write these articles like this? All right. The U.S. Space... They just aren't making sense to me today. All right. The U.S. Space Agency awarded the contract for the first commercial human lander, part of the Artemis program. NASA said the lander will carry 2 American astronauts to the lunar surface.
Well,
in 2024. They're going to take rockets up there, is what they say, allegedly. They're going to take rockets to the moon. We should accomplish the next landing as soon as possible. If they hit their milestones, we have a shot at 2024. NASA said SpaceX Starship includes a spacious cabin, 2 airlocks for astronaut moonwalks, and that its architecture...
2 airlocks?
Yeah.
How nice.
And that it... Foil, I was... Astronaut moonwalks, and that architecture is intended to evolve to a fully reusable launch and landing system designed for travel to the moon, Mars, and other destinations in space. Isn't that great? SpaceX also responded on Twitter, writing, "We are humbled to help NASA Artemis usher in a new era of human space exploration." Dun, dun, dun. Unlike the Apollo landings from 1969 to 1974, the only human visits to the moon's surface, NASA is gearing up for a longer-term lunar presence that it envisions as a stepping stone to an even more ambitious plan to send astronauts to Mars. NASA is leaning heavily on private companies built around shared visions for space exploration. SpaceX will be required to make a test flight of the lander to the moon before humans make the journey. NASA official Lisa Morgan told reporters. NASA has been expected to winnow? What does that mean, Foyle? I've never heard that word in my life.
I can't see the word.
Winnow.
Probably.
W-I-N-N-O-W.
Yes, winnow. Pare it down, probably.
NASA has been expected to winnow the lunar lander contest to 2 companies by the end of April, but instead it picked only SpaceX. I love having a dictionary as my co-host. A move that's the only way that this would work. You know what I mean? It's the only way. It picked only SpaceX, a move that deepens their cooperation. On Thursday, NASA said it would send its crew to the International Space Station aboard a SpaceX rocket on April 22nd. Man, we are so far behind today, it's not even funny, dude. All right, so we got to pick and choose our battles here because we're like way far behind. I'm going to let that go. Okay.
I'm just along for the ride.
Right.
I don't know what's happening.
The dinosaurs were important, though. Okay. All right. NASA delays starting contract with SpaceX for gateway cargo services. So we'll cover this briefly, and then we will go into defense. You guys, you're going to love Nature Break today. It's probably one of the best nature breaks.
There's all kinds of ruckus with
of
the
all
animals
time.
going on.
And I'm not going to ruin it by telling you guys I'm still getting tacos. It's a total thing now. I'm not, but where was I? Nature Break. But
Nature Break?
It really is legendary. It's great. So, all right, let's see here. More than a year after selecting SpaceX to deliver cargo to the Lunar Gateway, NASA has yet to formally start the contract as it performs a broader view of its Artemis program. NASA announced in March 2020 that it awarded a contract to SpaceX for the agency's Gateway Logistics Services program to transport cargo to the Lunar Gateway. SpaceX bid out proposals from Boeing, Northrop Grumman, I still can't say that right, and Sierra Nevada Corporation for the indefinite delivery, indefinite quantity.
You going to show them the article?
Oh, well, you know.
Or not.
Thanks.
There you go.
That's what I have you for. For the infinite delivery, indefinite quality contract with a maximum value of $7 billion over its 15-year life. Since the announcement, neither NASA nor SpaceX has provided many updates on the contract or the development of the Dragon XL spacecraft that the company plans to use to carry out the cargo missions to the Gateway. Each Dragon XL launching on a Falcon Heavy is designed to transport at least 5 metric tons of pressurized and unpressurized cargo on the Gateway and also dispose of trash at the end of its mission. One NASA official acknowledged at a recent meeting that a year after awarding the contract, work on the contract has yet to begin. We've selected SpaceX and we're still working on when we're going to start that contract and all the different details when we're even going to be able to work with them on those types of things. Yeah. Well, that kind of...
Thank you, EO2 Dave. He wants to know if we're tripping. I wish I could tell you we were.
We're always tripping. When are we not tripping?
Right.
Yeah. No, we're fine. We're fine. Okay, so that concludes for me SpaceX and Space Force. Thank God, because I am a complete mess today. We will be moving on to defense with the lovely Loyal to the Foil. All right, Foil, hit it and bail me out. Thank you.
Oh, yes, for the black pill of the week. So you guys know that even though we are currently in the, allegedly renegotiating the JCPOA, which looks a whole lot like we're just, letting them have whatever they want, Iran has already announced that they are going to be starting to enrich their uranium to 60%. Now, mind you, 90% is weapons grade. They've been enriching their uranium, even though the JCPOA says they were supposed to stick to 3.67%. They've been past that. They've already enriched to 20% uranium, or they've already enriched to 20%. Like I said, weapons grade uranium is 90% enriched, which is kind of wild. They also said that they would be adding 1,000 new centrifuges due to the blackout that allegedly occurred at one of their primary nuclear facilities. There may have been some speculation that that was caused intentionally by another country. I won't get into that, but yeah, so that's kind of a mess. So they're admittedly going to start enriching to 60%. I've told you guys before, they don't care about that. I mean, they've got the $400 billion deal with China. They don't care about this agreement. I mean, I'm sure they'd like to have the sanctions lifted, but Biden already did all that. Like Biden's already capitulated with all that. So now they're just gonna go for the gold here, and
great.
Start enriching their uranium and replacing their centrifuges, which is nice.
Fantastic. Okay, so moving on, let's see what else.
Super exciting.
Biden's risky Afghanistan pullout, a Trumpian blow against endless wars. Dun, dun,
yeah.
Dun.
Oh, yeah. This is interesting. So Biden claims he's pulling us out of Afghanistan, that we've been there long enough, and we have. It's been 20 years. We've had people there. We've had thousands of troops die. They've had over 100,000 civilians die in Afghanistan. The issue is, and this is in my opinion only, this is my theory, Biden isn't pulling us out of there because he wants to be done with endless wars. He's pulling us out of there because those troops are probably going to be needed elsewhere. And it's a big FU to Putin. See, Putin is really concerned, and the Russian ministry stepped up and said as much. Putin is very concerned that us pulling out of there is going to cause destabilization in the region, which is a problem for him. Mm-hmm. Even though Trump had already made an agreement with the Taliban last year that we would be out by next month, this is why they say a Trumpian blow, Putin is not real happy about that. So, of course, Biden is going to do it anyway. That's just another slight to him. Mm-hmm. To cause some sort of a regional instability. And like I said, that gives us troops that he can redeploy elsewhere. As we know, we have burgeoning conflicts in Europe and coming very quickly in China. I mean, we need our people elsewhere. But President Biden said he was coming down firmly against the endless wars. He ordered the remaining U.S. contingent out by the symbolic date of September 11th. Dun, dun, dun. Mm-hmm. Oddly enough, right? Biden said, and I quote, "We went to Afghanistan because of a horrific attack that happened 20 years ago that cannot explain why we should remain there in 2021. Now, I happen to agree, but again, I think his reasoning is suspect. Of course, it's never what they say it is. It's never what they publicly say."
Is there anything about Sleepy Joe that's not suspect?
Right? I know, right?
Or anything he does or says or anywhere he goes or...
I can't really think of a thing.
Okay, well...
I don't trust any of it. I don't trust anything any of them say, really. But that's just me.
All right, Foil. Let's see. What's this? Putin snubs Joe Biden's call for summit on Ukraine.
Oh, yeah.
All right. There you go.
Interesting.
Yep.
Right. So you guys know that there's been a massive buildup in Ukraine. I mean, the Russia's on the border of Ukraine. They took Crimea. That they're building up. And in all fairness, there are a great many people in the area of eastern Ukraine where the buildup is happening that are Russian separatists and that want to, rejoin the motherland. But the amount of this does not look like just posturing to me. In any case, so Biden called Putin, which, Russia made it a great point to point out that Biden's the one that he called us. Like, he bowed down and he called us. Biden called Putin, asking him to de-escalate tensions and asking if we could have, he proposed a summit in the coming months. Putin didn't answer him on that, right? The Kremlin...
Putin ain't having none of that.
Yeah, he ain't trying to hear none of that, right?
He ain't having none of it.
And it's kind of crazy because Biden called Putin like a few hours after Russia's deputy foreign minister warned Washington to keep its warships out of the Black Sea for their own good. saying it risked turning the region into a powder keg, as if the region was not already a powder keg, right? Now, we do have the destroyers, USS Donald Cook and the USS Roosevelt, are expected to arrive in the Black Sea tomorrow and Thursday. This was published on which day? The 14th. So they should be there now. So I guess we'll have to see how this plays out. But when Biden called up Putin talking about let's have a peace summit, Putin didn't even give him an answer.
Yeah, it's really embarrassing what's going on.
They framed it like Biden came crawling to them. They're looking at it like there's blood in the water.
Yeah, it's very embarrassing, the defense situation right now. Very embarrassing. Okay, let's see. China enraged as Biden sends unofficial delegates to Taiwan.
Yes. Biden sent.
What is this all about?
We have, for the longest time, since the United States formally recognized the mainland China as the official Chinese government, we've had kind of like an understanding that we will support Taiwan, but we can't officially engage them as if they are their own country. We will not call for their independence. Like we will defend their right to self-governance, but we won't call for their separation from China. Our formal policy is to adhere to the one China policy that China espouses, right? So we've had this agreement for the longest, right? Even though we directly and indirectly support Taiwan by sending weaponry, by training troops, by having a great deal of trade with them. So another part of that is that we don't very often send official delegations of, high-level diplomats and stuff to Taiwan. Now, Trump had sent some people. Pompeo went. Like, we saw this a little bit under the Trump administration, and man, China was mad, right? What Biden did is he sent an unofficial U.S. delegation to Taiwan, which still, of course, made China mad. So he sent former Senator Chris Dodd and two former U.S. Deputy Secretaries of State were visiting Taiwan this week at the request of Biden to celebrate the 42nd anniversary of the Taiwan's Relation Act, which Biden did vote in favor of. It established friendly relations with Taiwan as an official U.S. policy. But again, we don't officially recognize the Taiwanese government as the governing agency there. We're forced, kind of, like I said, to accept this one China policy that the mainland espouses. So when he sent these people there, again, that was like that was directly and indirectly telling him, telling President Xi, stick it where the sun don't shine. So, I mean, this definitely has heightened the tensions in, as far as the region goes a bit. China said specifically, we urge the U.S. side to earnestly abide by the one China principle. Their spokesman said, stop immediately all official interactions with the Taiwanese region.
I'm confused why I'm getting tacos. I'm not Methods. Why am I? I'm really confused about this. Why I'm getting all the tacos? I mean, I'm not. I don't have anything against it.
Taco
no,
love?
I'm cool with all the tacos. Believe me, I think it's great. You can continue to post tacos. I'm fine with it. I'm just curious how that transferred from Methods to me, and but it is what it is, right? So on that note,
accept the tacos, man.
I will.
It's a symbol of love and respect.
I don't want the fish tacos though, guys. I get the vegan tacos.
Oh God, right?
Yeah.
At least that's one thing we agree on, is the whole fish issue.
Yeah, I'm not into it at all. Yeah.
Okay,
so does that conclude our black pill defense section?
It does. I'm trying to keep it brief for you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so that means we can go into
some other random craziness.
That means we can go into
nature break.
Nature break.
Nature break.
Except I might want to have the nature break pulled up before I play that.
That'd be good. Show the people.
That would be excellent.
Right? I mean, you could sit there and watch it and laugh at yourself.
Good morning. Ready, guys? Okay, you're gonna love this. This is the greatest thing ever.
It is pretty funny.
We'll try this one more time just so we can make sure we get it down. Ready? Here we go.
Okay. Ready?
And now for your nature break.
Nature break.
Okay. See, if we can master one bumper, then we can move on to all 9. You know what I mean? So we just got to master making one bumper work first. Okay. This is just, there's no words. Are you ready? In fact, I got to take us off the screen because
they need the full experience.
The full experience of this nature break. You ready? Here we go. Yep.
I need to wash my car.
Yeah.
Oh my God, the bobcat! Oh my God! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get to me! Get out! Lindsay! Watch out! Oh, shoot that fucker! Get out! Watch out! Watch out! It's a bobcat! Attack my wife! A bobcat! Good morning.
Oh, we have to watch it again.
I need to wash my car.
Oh, man.
Oh my God!
Chucks across the yard.
Oh my God! Get out! Get out! Get out! Get to me! Get out! Lindsay! Watch out! Oh, shoot that fucker! Get out! Watch out! Watch out! It's a bobcat! Attack my wife! A bobcat! Good morning.
Now let's...
Ah,
Guys,
right.
who does that even happen to? I gotta meet these people.
Do
just
you
'cause-
know that dude's name was Happy? I'm just telling you.
Are you serious?
Oh yes, I looked it up after you showed it to me. I read some sort of an
Man, this
article.
level of the game is getting good, huh, you guys? Ooh.
Oh,
We got baby
man.
dinosaurs, bobcats attacking people. You see the way he chucked it in the yard?
Oh my goodness. Yeah, and we don't advocate throwing animals, but I'm sorry if I'm getting attacked by a bobcat,
I'm gonna
it's
chuck
a
it across the
bobcat for
yard.
themselves, right?
Yeah.
I know. I just couldn't. I couldn't. That's wild.
That was one of the wildest things I've seen in a long time. That was good. You know what I mean? It really is that good. Okay, so NASA funds interstellar probe and space habitats.
Habitats.
Shut up. We don't need another shirt. Please.
I want to see some boobies, like you're in a B movie. Puffin freak. Yeah, put your lip gloss on, Alara. NASA funds interstellar probe and space habitats made from fungi. Yeah, so the latest round of NASA funding to boost the development of advanced concepts includes a space-based neutrino detector, an interstellar probe powered by solar sails, and a radio telescope built inside a crater on the far side of the moon. Apparently, these are all being proposed by NASA's Innovative Advanced Concepts program. Of course, obviously, the most interesting part of this, like they said, was the Martian habitats built by fungi, and they don't really. It says the team will further study ways to grow structures, perhaps for future space habitats, out of fungi. This phase of research will build on previous mycelia production, fabrication, and testing techniques. Rothschild, of course, along with an international team, will test different fungi, growth conditions, and pore size on small prototypes at environmental conditions relevant to the moon and Mars. The research will also assess terrestrial applications, including biodegradable plates and rapid low-cost structures. It's interesting. I thought they were going to 3D print Martian habitats. That they were going to use lunar dust to make some sort of a cement and then 3D print from there. So
Yeah.
this is actually, if they can get it
We're
to
diversifying, I guess.
yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. They say the big winner in this latest round is a neutrino detecting mission concept, which now gets to proceed to phase 3. Nicholas Solomay and his team from Wichita State University in Kansas are receiving $2 million, which they will spend over the next 2 years to develop their space-based neutrino detectors. Neutrinos are a tool to see inside stars, which is kind of cool. And a space-based detector could offer a new window into the structure of our sun and even our galaxy. I think that's interesting too. This lady.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. Where were we?
Japan now.
Japan.
Thrush an athlete's foot in space, and the space herpes, Matt Smith. Don't forget.
Japan to start releasing Fukushima water into the sea in 2 years. That's great.
With that, Japan's government announced Tuesday it would start releasing treated radioactive water from the wrecked Fukushima nuclear power plant into the Pacific Ocean in 2 years. Obviously, it's a move that is fiercely opposed by fishermen, residents, and Japan's neighbors. Apparently, their storage tanks are at capacity now. And what they're saying is that they want to move the water, treat it, and then release it into the ocean. They're not just going to dump it into the Pacific Ocean.
Well, that's great.
Apparently...
All better.
Yeah, allegedly, right? The Prime Minister Suga said that the ocean release was like the most realistic option, that they have to do this so that they can completely decommission the Fukushima plant. He's saying that the water is going to be safe. Apparently, the tritium, which is not harmful in small amounts, it's radioactive, but apparently it's okay if it's just a little bit. They cannot remove that from the water, but all other selected radionuclides can be reduced to releasable levels. They're going to have to do studies on the long-term impact as far as marine life goes, and low-dose exposures. They admit that they don't know what the effects of that will be, but they have no other options.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a horrible plan. It's probably the worst plan I've heard.
We're gonna have to keep a close eye on that situation there over the next 2 years. We got 2 years before they.
Tulip says, "Can they really totally?" Yeah, right. Well, I mean, their storage tanks are at capacity now. They're going to start moving it and treating it, and then they'll be dumping it in 2 years. Mel Tulip asks if they can totally remove the radioactivity. No, the tritium, they can't get that out completely, but they're saying that at a low enough level, it shouldn't be harmful. The other radionuclides that they can probably get out of there. But they admit they have no idea what the long-term effects of this will be.
We do things so backwards on this planet. It's unreal. It really is unreal.
I mean, are we still burying our nuclear waste? There were places where we were burying nuclear waste.
Chris
I don't know why they would dump it in the water.
This is America. We measure in inches and meet hers. What? Hold on. What? And meet hers.
Not meet his?
Meters. Oh, meters. Okay. This is America. We measure in inches, not meters. Thank you, Chris. Do you know where that came from, Foil? That comment?
Yeah, well, he's saying.
Thank you for your super
meet
chat,
hers,
Chris. It was supposed to be a joke, but I didn't get it. Is that what happened? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
We don't. I measure and meet his maybe. I don't know.
That's okay. Okay. So Alzheimer's treatment clears brain plaques with light and oxygen. Dun, dun, dun. This
is actually kind of exciting.
This is where it's all going to go. Is
every time. That's what I liked about this. But the problem with this is with Alzheimer's. Every time they think they have a really promising idea for a treatment, they get to these late level tests, like phase 3 human testing, and it doesn't pan out. Okay, so they're going to take a different approach here. Now they're not even exactly sure what causes Alzheimer's 100%. Obviously they think that it's like an amyloid plaque that forms in the brain. And T. Roy Cook says glowing shrimp will be great for barbecue on camera at night. Sounds like a plan.
How do we make them glow, T. Roy?
What do you mean? They'll be radioactive. Have some radioactive gumbo.
Oh, okay,
Sounds
I get
tasty
it.
to me.
I got it. It was a little late. I was a little late, but I got it. Excellent. Yep. We're gonna throw some mushrooms on the grill for me. You guys can have the radioactive shrimp. I'll have mushrooms.
The fungi.
I'll have the fungi. That's right. With barbecue sauce. They're really portobellos are good with barbecue sauce. Really good.
I can't.
It's almost like a steak if you but you dip it in barbecue.
My grandmother
get a steak
used
knife
to swear
out,
to that.
And yeah,
it's not the same texture as a steak.
It's pretty filling.
But it's not a steak.
It's not a steak. It's only a mushroom. Mushrooms are.
You know how I feel about steak.
The Great Awakening. I know how you feel about steak. Yes, indeed. I definitely know how you feel about steak. Okay,
right.
where were we? Light
Okay.
oxygen and, yeah.
Yes, research into what causes Alzheimer's and how it might be treated involves a number of possibilities, but scientists are continually coming back to brain plaques, as I said, playing a central role in driving the disease. It follows then that researchers are investigating ways to destroy these plaques or prevent them from forming, and scientists at the University of Tokyo have come up with a novel approach to this problem involving injectable oxygenated atoms that are activated by infrared light. Right? The brain plaques.
Gert says, we love you, Alara and Foil. Thank you. Keep going. Oh,
Aw,
thank
we
you,
love
Gert.
you guys.
I know we made a mess of the show today. Thank you for your love and support, Gert.
Hey, this is great.
All right.
This is fine.
Yeah.
The brain plaques at the center of the study are formed by abnormal accumulations of amyloid protein, and many see these as the primary pathological cause of Alzheimer's. Of course, they've designed 1 billion drugs to target these plaques. Like I said, it doesn't really pan out. So what they've done is they've developed a small molecule that they're calling like a photooxygenation catalyst, right? And part of the reasoning for this descriptor is that the molecule contains oxygen atoms that can actually alter the chemical bonds that hold molecules together. The same way that oxygen bleach, like I imagine they're like OxyClean, can be used for stain removal in the laundry, but what it'll do is it will target the folded structure of the amyloid and actually dismantle the plaque, which is interesting. Now, it does have to be activated. It's inert until it's activated, which is where the infrared light comes in. So what they'll do is they'll inject this oxygenated particle. They'll activate it with the infrared light. It should theoretically cause the amyloid protein to unbind and unfold, leaving it open to destruction. And then hopefully they can use that to kind of clear out some of the plaques. So we will see where this goes.
We need more of these technologies. Sound and light, and
I agree.
That's where it's gonna go.
It's funny because light cures a lot of things.
Mm-hmm. And sound, we're gonna be able to heal a lot with sound.
Light cures a lot of things.
The powers that be, if they would allow this stuff to become more known, then we could actually get there. So hopefully that will come soon.
Metal plated face drop says they already know that sound can break the plaque up. I bet that it can.
Yep. Okay, so let's see where we're here. Scientists created embryos with human and monkey cells, stoking ethical concerns.
Oh, right. They're admitting this now, but Alex Jones is somewhere laughing. I'm telling you. I mean, if you remember, I had made a thread on this on Twitter, I don't know, 2 years ago, when they first admitted that they had made a pig human chimera, that they had made a pig human embryo. And then they were also using spiders. They were using spider DNA to do something like everything.
Oh, no.
Listen, man, everything that we thought was tinfoil is not tinfoil anymore. So they claim that they're doing this to find better ways to develop organs for transplants. This is again why they claimed the pig, when they did the pig human chimera, that's why they were doing that, because there's actually a large genetic match between pigs and humans, that it would make us more receptive to the transplanted organs. So a study released on Thursday showed that human cells can indeed grow when implanted inside macaque monkey embryos. The goal of the research is to find ways to develop human organs and tissues that can be used for transplants. Obviously, some scientists are urging caution and question the need for this type of research at all. Gee, you think? The study took 132 monkey embryos and injected them with human stem cells.
Great.
Okay, I'm going to say that one more time. The study took 132 monkey embryos and injected them with human stem cells. Can anybody say Planet of the Apes? I'm just saying. Scientists used a process that allowed them to develop monkey embryos for up to 20 days in a lab. Only 3 of the embryos made it to day 19 before they collapsed, which was most exciting to the scientists involved, apparently. But they were the human and monkey cells were, the cells were able to communicate enough to allow the human cells to survive. Like that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Like a literal chimera. As in the days of Noah, man.
Yeah. I still didn't show you the one that I saw the other day. Very disturbing what I saw the other day. But yeah.
Well, we're only doing rainbows and unicorns today, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You know, apparently in the U.S. alone, there are 100,000 people registered on the national waiting list for a transplant. You know, people die every day because they can't get organs. I understand that.
Debbie
This is not the answer.
Debbie says just because we can doesn't mean we should. I agree 100%.
Amen.
People gotta follow their ethical compass,
because they don't stop here. Now, granted, if they're telling us this, they were doing this 20 years ago. I have no doubt in my mind and heart they were doing this 20 years ago. We're hearing about it today. As a matter of fact, some of the articles I've seen that have come out of like Japan and China that have much freer ethical considerations when it comes to genetic experimentation have been truly horrifying, right? Mm-hmm. But this is apparently somewhat accepted now.
I just want to say real quick, I want to shout out to T-Roy. So since we were on the topic of cooking and steaks and mushrooms, so T-Roy has a cooking channel, you guys, for those that are unaware, where he teaches.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. So go and check out T-Roy's cooking channel. If somebody could post T-Roy's channel link in the chat, that would be great, so people can go and check out his cooking channel. It's awesome.
Oh my god, man.
Yeah.
I don't yeah, right. I'm coming to eat some barbecue, dude. Yeah. I'm just saying.
We're gonna get
right
there.
At some point we are gonna get there.
That's
and have some barbecue.
That's right. As long as you guys make me mushrooms, I'm cool with it. All right, UFO Mark says a white unicorn with rainbow hair.
Right.
Are we talking about the dino, man? UFO Mark? Thank you for the super chat. Are we talking about the dino in the Florida
No,
yard?
you said disturbing things. I said we're doing just rainbows and unicorns today.
Right. Yeah. Well,
this is fine.
We tried to do just rainbows and unicorns, but it's very hard to do nowadays. Thank you for the unicorns and the rainbows, Mark.
Right. Just smile. The people love you. I love you. Space beings love you, apparently.
Mm-hmm. People trust the algorithm more than each other.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is where we're at. You know?
Yeah.
So apparently, a trio of researchers from the University of Georgia did a study to determine whether humans are more likely to trust an answer that they believe was generated by an algorithm or crowdsourced from humans. No surprise that the research indicated that humans were more likely to trust algorithms when problems become too complex for them to trust their own answers.
Not this human.
That's sad. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, not this one.
I know, right? That's crazy. So what they did is the researchers got like 1,500 people for the study. They were asked to look at a series of images and determine how many people were in each image. The number of people in the image increased. As the number of the people in the image increased, humans gained less confidence in their answers and were offered the ability to align their responses with either crowdsourced answers from a group of thousands of people or answers that they were told had been generated by an algorithm. Now, what I can tell you about crowdsourced information is it's crazy, and I've seen multiple studies like this. When you give a bunch of people a question and have them send in their responses, the average answer is extremely close to truth, right? And I'm not talking about opinion type stuff. I'm talking about crowdsourcing answers for a variety of other things, not opinion based. They've done 100 studies this way that'll show that actually an individual might be an idiot, but you get a whole bunch of people together to find an answer, not an opinion, guys, so don't attack me. You get the average answer from a group of people, and it's very, very close to being correct, okay? Most of the time.
Ben Williams thinks it's fake news.
What, the trusting the algorithm?
Apparently so. I think that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, well, I mean, I personally, I don't trust the algorithm. But I mean, groups of people can come together to find very interesting conclusions to things. I'm not talking about mob rule. I'm talking about answers to actual questions. But in any case, in this instance, we've gotten to the point now where people will actually trust what they believe comes from an algorithm rather than trust their fellow human beings.
Whew. People need to tune into the divine. That's what they need to do.
Right.
Especially nowadays to navigate the insanity going on around us. All right, so...
All right, if we can skip the theoretical mouse, I know you're in a hurry. Basically, that was just...
We're okay. No, we're okay. We can cover the mouse. How a theoretical mouse could crack the stock market.
Yeah, let me pull it back up now because I naturally...
Oh, you got rid of it? I mean, you could pull rank foil. You could be like, no, Alara.
Yeah,
Forget
that
the
looks right.
mouse. Let it go. You know what I mean?
Right.
You could.
Well, I mean, what they did basically, there were a team of physicists from Emory that, of course, they published a study. They were able to reduce a mouse's brain activity to like a predictive model, which is what they will use to build neural nets. Okay.
Look at him.
Like artificial neural networks. I know he looks
Hi,
cute.
little
He has
guy.
literally
Yeah.
nothing to do with the study.
He
If they
looks
just
like
wanted to
Space
put a cute,
Mouse.
he does kind of.
Yeah.
He looks like something
Mhm.
there. So they used machine learning techniques to grow a theoretical mouse brain. Is essentially what happened here. Okay, now you can observe brain activity in real time, but there are so many neuronal interactions to measure and quantify every single one, even using AI, that it becomes very, very complex. So what they did was they used a predictive model to kind of scale it down to where they were able to use criticality, like the theory of criticality in neural networks, to predict what the answers would be, and then or to predict what the brain would come up with. And that's exactly what happened. And what they're saying is mice are usually used in studies because they're extremely close to humans. So if they can winnow the process down with a mouse, they can do the same thing with a human at some point. Probably not right now. I mean, obviously synaptic
mice.
pathways and neuronal interactions in humans are probably far in excess of what goes on in a mouse, but this is a huge first step for them.
That's got to be like a bummer animal to have to incarnate in as a lab mouse. You know what I mean? Like, you must have some bad karma if you got to incarnate as a lab mouse.
Right.
Thanks.
Hating his life.
Thanks, Mom, for the super chat. Wow.
Aw, thanks, Mom.
She must have learned how to do the super chat trick. That's cool. Thank you, Mom.
Right.
Okay. So, yeah, that's, just remember.
Thanks, Chris Hawkins.
If you
where
mess
is Space
up,
Mouse's mask?
If you mess up in this lifetime, you're going to be incarnating as a lab rat next time. Just think about that before you act stupid.
I mean, a lab rat would suck. What would be even worse
Chris
than
Hawkins
that?
says, "Where's Space Mouse's mask? Space Mouse is a super soldier. He doesn't wear a mask. He doesn't need a mask. He can
got
survive.
Immunity.
He can survive in any environment. He's Space Mouse.
Right.
Yeah.
Space Mouse.
Was he created in a lab? Possibly. Yeah.
Probably. We'll
So
build him
technically,
bigger,
he's a lab rat.
better,
actually.
stronger, and faster. Right.
But he's a super soldier lab rat, so that's different.
He's the $6 million mouse.
That's right. All right, so Doge. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I had to put this in here.
Doge Rally
shout out to
sends
Doge.
altcoin to 40. I'm in on the Doge thing now too, man. I'm tracking it. I'm all with it. I got my Doge screen up here monitoring the Doge. I'm all in now. I'm trying to learn crypto.
I've sold her.
I've
sold her on the Doge, guys.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's a learning curve, but I'm trying to learn. So what do we need to cover about Doge before we go into disclosure?
I just wanted to point out that it is up 18,000% from a year ago for everybody that mocked the meme coin, right? And I wanted to put it out there in case you guys don't know. Doge Day 420, right? April 20th is unofficially official Doge Day.
That's right.
And
Doge to the moon.
I'm not a financial advisor, but if you have some extra money laying around and you want to get in on Doge Day 420, I can't tell you what to do, but I'm all about it. That's all.
All right.
Bo Christopher says 18 the moon in Terra is in Cancer tonight. The moon in Terra. Oh, the moon in the Terra.
Oh, we got some space weather tonight. I went through the space weather. Alexis has a space weather update. I guess we got some gnarly space weather happenings going on. Okay, so let's quickly go into disclosure.
Maybe that's what's maybe
the Schumann's skyrocketing too.
Yeah. Is that maybe what? Yeah.
Probably.
Maybe that's what's going on.
Probably because I'm very sensitive, so to frequencies and all kinds of things. Very sensitive. So probably, I'm sure that's what I'm experiencing. I probably shouldn't drink coffee right now at all, or chain smoke. I probably shouldn't do that either.
You probably shouldn't chain smoke on a regular day. I can't say anything personally, but
I need to quit smoking. Honestly, that's my next deal. I got to do that. All right, so here we go. On to disclosure. What do we have up first? Oh, this video. Here we go. Let me make it full screen. Do we need to get rid of us? No. Do we? Maybe. We can stay, I guess. We'll let us stay.
Trey's, good morning. This extraordinary video and images of unidentified flying objects, or UFOs, were leaked to investigative reporter Jeremy Corbell and investigative reporter George Knapp. This night vision video purportedly shows 3 pyramid-shaped UFOs flying over the USS Russell off the coast of California in July of 2019. At one point, these UFOs reportedly hovered just 700 feet above the tail of the Navy destroyer, making, quote, extraordinary maneuvers. Now, Corbell says the unclassified video is part of a classified government report intended to educate officials about unidentified crafts flying over restricted airspace. These cell phone photos taken by a FA-18 pilot in March of 2019 show 3 different unidentified aircrafts off the coast of Oceania, including 2 UFOs dubbed the Metallic Blimp and another called the Sphere. A Department of Defense spokesperson said, quote, "I can confirm that the referenced photos and videos were taken by Navy personnel. The Unidentified Aerial Phenomena Task Force has included these incidents in their ongoing examinations." However, the Pentagon was unwilling to confirm these 3 photos, which Corbell says came from the USS Omaha, showing a UFO diving into the ocean and disappearing.
That is an extraordinary piece of technology. Whoever is operating these technologies are far more advanced than anything we have in the US arsenal, and that should be a warning sign. We need to find out the intent of the operators of these vehicles.
See what they're doing?
Mm-hmm.
You see what they're doing? Our fake disclosure is in full effect, guys. You know
Well,
what
I mean,
I'm not even gonna
we're
lie.
getting-
This is not the most optimal. You know, it's not.
we're getting the disclosure that Podesta and Co. and you know, the Clintons and them were pushing before. This is the same disclosure information that they were pushing for us to have before, in my opinion.
I mean, they're saying, Foil, this is potentially. Well, let's read the article that we got to go through real quick.
Yes,
Yeah,
because I
Ryan
think
Glantz
some
says
of them
this
are.
is a joke. Exactly. Let me get my verbiage correctly, but basically, yeah, you said it right. Absolutely. All right, so check this out. This theory could explain many military UFO sightings, right? A fascinating clip of what appeared to be triangular or pyramid-shaped UFOs flying over the U.S. Navy warship circulated online earlier this month. The footage, obtained by filmmaker Jeremy Corbell... Hold on, let me put us back on the screen. The footage, obtained by filmmaker Jeremy Corbell, shows the mysterious objects caught on a night vision camera aimed at the skies over the warship. I can confirm that the referenced photos and videos were taken by Navy personnel, Department of Defense spokesperson Sue Go told Futurism last week. The incident left plenty of questions unanswered. What were the stranger pyramid-shaped objects, or were they some type of optical illusion? If they were real, where did they come from? To the Warzone creator Tyler Rogoway, the answer is obvious. The mysterious craft and other military UFO sightings like them are likely swarms of drones that belong to foreign adversaries, as detailed in a recent report for the site. Yes, I realize that the idea that an adversary is penetrating U.S. military training areas unmolested and has for years, using lowly drone technology and balloons, is a big pill to swallow. But as one of the people who have repeatedly warned about the threat posed by lower-end drones for a decade, it isn't really surprising at all. Rogoway decried the Pentagon's utter lack of vision and early robust interest in regards to this emerging threat, and called out the Defense Department for still playing catch-up when it comes to the reality surrounding the drone threat, and not just to its forces abroad, but also to the homeland overall. In fact, he argues the stigma surrounding UFOs only helped adversaries get away with hiding in plain sight inside American airspace. In this piece, Rogoway points to a number of compelling moments in history when not only foreign adversaries, but the U.S. itself invested in developing unmanned aircraft, including radar-reflecting balloons designed to confuse enemy radar systems. In fact, a 1945 radar reflector patent of such a balloon looks strikingly like the pyramid-shaped objects that showed up in the UFO sightings earlier this month. So, are we really going to go there? Like, it's adversaries. Okay. It's adversaries. It's us. it's ETs, it's us and our adversaries in craft. It's, you know what I mean? There's a whole, it's just interesting to me that they're literally directing it in one direction that is just.
If we have back engineered
Look
things,
here, not there.
China and Russia have back engineered things too.
Of course.
So that's why they're saying we need to know the intent of the operators. Like, yeah, I do think some of them are like you said earlier, the drone swarm that was over the Midwest this year. I
think that there you go. There's a good example of an adversary scoping something out or doing some kind of doing something. You know what I mean, with some drones or whatever. But the majority of and the footage, and it's interesting that Jeremy got a hold of this footage and leaked it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
That's why I said, look at the people that are coming with the information right now.
Always
it's
the same
it's the old
characters.
cast.
That's right.
Yes.
That's right. So I mean, it's just very kind of like disturbing to see for me. Like, we're finally getting some disclosure and to see it being played out by the same cast of characters in such a shady way, with such deliberate misinformation. I mean, a lack of transparency. How do you want to put it?
Kip True says balloons moving like UFOs. Nah. Right. Look at how, I mean, they can't be, this is not, a lot of these things, it's not from a patent 1945 patent for a reflective balloon. Like, these things are directed and driven and they move in crazy ways. And yes, some of them may be controlled by adversaries, but if that's the case, they're using back-engineered tech as well.
Jeremy Corbell, I'm just going to say it. Why is he getting footage like this leaked to him and then it's getting validated by the government?
Because that's his role. You know, he's playing his role.
Just saying, guys, stay frosty, because the disclosure narrative is we got what? I posted it. I think we have like 45 days left or something, but we talked about this last week. They could stall that out. They're looking to stall that out. The Biden administration is looking to stall that out. So we don't even know if we're going to get our whatever answers we're going to get from the 180-day COVID bill, if we're even going to get that by June 25th. Well, it's supposed to come June 1st, but technically they could wait till June 25th. But now the Biden administration is trying to string it out. So really, we may not even get anything then. And then when we do get something, what is it going to be? And how far from the actual truth
I told you a while ago, the first question we're going to have to answer is this China or Russia? And then we can have the conversation. Well, if not that, then what? You know?
Yeah, just same cast of characters too. It's always the same cast of characters, you know, with the same scary narrative. You know what I mean? We don't know. I've heard Elizondo say one thing and then turn around and say
what's
completely
crazy?
Different, or his buddies.
You know what's crazy is the same people that are saying, you know, that this could be adversaries are the ones that are saying that all ETs are good.
Mark says, never believe anything you hear, only half of what you see. 222. Thank you, Mark, for your super chat. So
we love you.
Yeah, this is just, disclosure's a mess right now. That's all I'm saying. It's a mess, and we got to keep it pushing, guys, because we can't accept this. So, all right. So one of the UFO videos didn't come up just now when I tried to pull it up. So we're gonna move to the second one, which is fine because we are running super late tonight, anyways. All right, here we go.
Laura likes to be on time.
Look at these three lights in the sky. There were only two of them. Now another one come. They just stay here, like, seriously. Wow. UFO. Let's get you seen by millions.
This guy.
Right.
Come on, guys. We're going to get you seen by millions. Show
Holy
out.
Shit.
Power up.
Did one just move closer to the other one?
Hey, I want their opinion in the chat. So that triangle ship footage that just came out, guys, the blinking triangle footage, I really think that that's like not them, it's us, or it's maybe an adversary, but it's human. I think that's human and it's us. I'm curious what they think in the chat about that particular triangle footage. The one
if you think it's human, 2 if you think it's not human.
Right. 1 if you think it's human, 2 if it's not human. The right answer says it's us for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know that that's what it is. Gert says that TR3 or Grays. Somebody says
D-Live is saying it's human. That's you. They're all saying number 1.
Can you check on Foxhole to see what they're saying? Yeah,
let me
see,
if
everybody
it'll pull back
agrees
up.
that's a program craft. That is not... ET craft is a totally different...
So the question would be, like, who's in control of it then?
Detox with Tesla thinks
Yeah.
it's ET.
Foxhole thinks it's human too.
Gert's not sure. So we've got only a couple people that... Oh, Metal Plated Face Job thinks that it could be ET. You know, and the consideration needs to be taken, guys, that a lot of these craft that are produced by us or other governments, you know, it may not just be humans piloting the craft. You know what I mean? So...
Some combination.
Could be a combination, you know? Ben says, why is no one yelling in that fake video? Which video are you talking about, Ben? Are you talking about the triangle, or are you talking about the video that we're watching right now? Let's go ahead and finish watching this video. Yeah, everybody pretty much agrees, you know, it's about, you know, 80-20 that it's human. And I know a lot of the people in our chats are they're experiencers. So they know. It's not like they don't kind of have a feel for this stuff. They do. So the right answer says, I saw a huge tri-ship back in 2010 and got footage of it also. It was 3 football fields large with fighter jets escorts. Whoa.
Oh, well,
right answer.
Send us that.
In Arizona. Did you really? Okay, because we looked at some footage a while back where there was fighter jets escorting a UFO. And I didn't buy into it because there was fighter jets escorting it. You actually saw a ship.
They do sometimes, I'm telling you.
With fighter jets escorting it in Arizona. That's wild. That's really wild that he saw that. Well, I mean, I didn't know they did that, but I guess they do. I'll have to consider that they do that now. Yeah, he said for real. Man. All right, so what time?
What are they doing?
They don't do anything much crazier than that, right, Foil?
I don't know. Skip forward some.
Okay. Oh, no.
Oh, there's more. Yeah,
Nope.
I was going to say, I thought
All
a couple more popped up or something.
This thing is...
All right, let's see what's happening here.
Yeah, see, phased in.
Yes, I got you now.
This dude's really calm.
Well, everybody can't give a good freak out like I tend to do. And they're kind of far away. I mean, in fairness. It can't feel too threatening. That one is getting bright.
Somebody's asking, where is this footage? Do we know where it is?
I don't know where I pulled that. Boston. And that, I think that was actually just filmed maybe a week or 2 ago.
Whoa.
Oh, they're still moving hard.
This is crazy, people.
But yeah, I think that's the extent of that one.
That reminds me of the Michigan sighting. Remember the Lake Michigan sighting? That's what that reminds me of. Very similar to that one. Absolutely, very similar to that one. Okay, so what do we have up next? Oh, so yeah, Mr. MRB333 found some... Okay, what was the timestamp on this, though? I don't think I put it to the right timestamp. Do you remember? It was like 1:30,
I sent it.
right? I know you did, but I messed up and didn't save it. Okay,
No. Hold on, let me look and see.
Look in the description. It'll be in the description. The
Oh, is
timestamp.
it?
Yeah, it's in, look in the disclosure section.
413.
413? Okay, here we go. Yeah, this is pretty interesting here.
You know, a lot of people think that Mars is filmed on Earth or whatever.
The surface feature
Either way,
on the
they
ground
released this video.
up on planet Mars.
They want
so
us
here we
to
go.
see
Here's
this.
what I did. These are some of the photos that were shared with me. Chris P shared this one. Looks like a random landscape photo of the surface of Mars, right? Well, we zoom in a little closer, and you can see something that doesn't necessarily look random. Right there, inside this little hole. I don't know what that is, if that's the inside of a rock. Zoom in a little closer and you can see what doesn't necessarily look like a rock. That almost looks like a rib cage, or at least part of a rib cage. Look at that. I'll let you guys decide. How would you interpret that? That definitely
No, I don't know about
does
that
not
one.
look like an ordinary rock.
Yeah, I don't know about
Don't
that.
know what
But
that is. That was noticed by Chris
the next
P,
one-
who shared that photo with me from the Mars Perseverance. Great observation. Here it is in a different format, and all of these are just
It doesn't
simply
look
different
natural,
formats.
but I wouldn't
Again, I didn't
necessarily
alter
call
the
it a
photo.
rock
I
cage.
just adjusted the lighting and color, trying
Right.
to pull forward whatever those things are that resemble a rib cage, or at least part of a rib cage.
Now
that
this
right
photo here
there,
was sent in by
this.
JG.
Right,
Also
that right
received this
there.
image from Violet out of
And
Miami.
you know what?
And they were scouring
It doesn't
the new
even
images
look
coming.
human. Look at the skull.
No.
Look at the
It
skull.
doesn't. Right, and it
That
looks
not only
extremely
looks
large.
like bones, but it looks like it's not even a human
Right,
to me. Look at the skull, guys. What do you guys think?
elongated up top. Like, he gets in closer.
Back from the Mars Perseverance when they noticed this off to the right-hand side of this photograph. And there's always been talk of, was there ever life on Mars? Is there life on Mars? Well, if that photograph is any indication of that, I'd say that question has just been answered. But right now in the center of the photograph, you can see what looks like a 90-degree angle, not only there, but right over here too. That looks like part of a square or a cube or something like that. Just again, doesn't look random. Right there looks like more bones possibly. You can see right there, that looks like an obvious skeleton, or at least the partial remains of a skeleton. Looks to be pretty good size. There's the skull, arm bone, vertebrae here, maybe a leg bone or two over here, another arm bone here off to the left. And all I've done is simply adjust the lighting and color and use different format techniques. You can see the outside corner right over here to the far left, and then the skeleton over here.
Man, that's pretty wild. To me, that's
Now
clearly a skeleton.
yeah, right.
Yeah, and it clearly looks like one that's probably not human. So
Right, I agree.
that's really interesting. Where did he
That's
get
a
these
very
photos?
large skull. So whatever this
They're from the
creature was, it looks
Perseverance
like
rover.
it used to stand vertical, would have been very tall.
I wish I had time to scan through all those photos and look for stuff, because you know there's stuff. They don't catch everything.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. On that note, that concludes the disclosure section of the show. We will be moving on to our space weather update with Alexis from Ascension Diaries.
Woohoo!
Space weather.
With Alexis.
Beep, bubble, beep.
Hello, beautiful beings, and welcome back to another space weather update with myself, Alexis of Ascension Diaries. It is April 18th, 2021 at around 3:15 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and oh my gosh, there's so much space weather to tell you. I'm not going to fit it into this 3-minute segment, so please come tonight to my live stream to see more if you're interested. But we are currently in a waxing crescent moon in the sign of Cancer, but really what I want to show you is the CME that popped off on the 17th right there. Very huge. This is a planet, by the way. And another one that just happened today on the 18th, like literally brand new data. And this was that first CME, which is coronal mass ejection, was following a solar flare, which is those magnetic, really strong things that people are really concerned about, but it shot in the direction of Mars actually, which is super interesting to me. So those of you paying attention, that particular wave, that really fast, intense one we just saw, is going right towards Mars and should be landing there around the 24th, 23rd, 24th energetically, and we're going to get the backlash of that around the 22nd, 23rd too. This new wave, I'm not actually sure. It's not showing up here, so we'll have to keep looking. The sun is still pretty active, and we did also have a geomagnetic storm on the 17th, which means the solar wind was really high that day, and our magnetic field was compressing on itself, which causes the aurora to get really bright. So the last couple days, it's been pretty active here on Earth. If you've been paying attention, here's a little evidence of that solar flare. Is hit around to like maybe a C class, but it didn't directly hit us, so we don't even know the full readings, I guess. And yeah, here's the Schumann resonance, which is currently blasting right now in the slow frequencies of 0 to 40 hertz, which our brain waves do fall within, and the Schumann resonance frequency, which is studied by many of us, it lives within. So the amplitude of the Schumann resonance, the actual frequency it specifically hit in this moment, the height, was an 8.4 instead of 7.83, which is cool. And then it hit an amplitude of 65, which is pretty high. And the Q factor also went up to a 17 during this just most recent blast here at around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So very interesting. Italy is very quiet still. I just reloaded this, and there's nothing really crazy to report in Italy. So I'm just seeing readings over Russia right now, and over here on heartmath.org, they still don't have the data for the last 2 days. But here's the data over the last week. Nothing crazy or significant. The solar wind is about 100 over average, 150 over average, which is pretty decent. We're in a quiet zone right now in a way, it seems like, but it's going to keep coming. And so basically pay attention. This week it's going to be big, and I'm seeing also earthquakes over Russia and China, and we're going to talk all about this stuff tonight. Like I said, please go to my link tree if you need any of these sources. I've got them all in here. You just got to find them. And yeah, I'm so grateful to be here again another week, and I'm wishing you all the very best and good luck with all of these CMEs and everything. We got this. We're in it together, and I'll see you next week, and we'll review how we did. Ta-ta till then.
Beep bubble beep. Yeah. Thank you, Alexis, for your space weather update. That was fantastic.
We love it, right?
Alexis normally does her full space weather extended version broadcast after this show. If you are in fact doing that tonight, Alexis, could you please put the link to your show in the chat and what time you'll be starting? Would be very appreciative of that. Okay. We have, let's see. I got to go empty the chest on D-Live, but first we have a couple of announcements. Loyal to the Foil is over on Rockfin now. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Yes. And
it is live.
Her account is live over there on Rockfin. My account on Rockfin, I will be on Rockfin as well, but it will not be active until next week sometime. But Foils is active now, so I just want to make you guys aware of that. Please go and follow her on Rockfin. Rockfin is kind of like Patreon, but it's really cool.
It's
you guys,
way better than Patreon.
Because you pay, if you subscribe to somebody, you pay $10 a month to subscribe to them, but you get not just their content and their premium content, but you get all the people that are on Rockfin. So
right, and there are some really good people on Rockfin. Yeah. So if you can, please go follow, subscribe. If you are supporting us anyway, that would be super helpful. And like Alara said, you get all of my content, and you would get her premium content, everybody's premium content, and there are some really, really good channels over there. Yeah. If you're not familiar, it's ROKFIN. Definitely go check it out.
Yeah. Let's see what else. Foil also has a new show starting with Tyler Koala from Journey to Truth. That's going to be
Tyler the Decider.
Right? It's going to be Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern, Friday nights, 7 p.m. Eastern. She is going to be doing the, what is it called? Conspiracy theory?
Conspiracy theory trivia. Yeah, conspiracy theory trivia.
So,
fact or come on, man.
Yeah. So they went up on the fly the other day and did this, and it was actually like super fun. So we decided,
it was so fun. We
decided that on Conspiracy Couch this week, we're going to do conspiracy theory, fact or come on, man. And we're going to do like battle it out between Foxhole, D-Live, and YouTube on the scores. Yeah, so that's going to be super.
See how fun this is, right?
Yes, and that's the launch party to launch off Foil and Tyler's regularly scheduled conspiracy theory game show. Yeah, So boom, we got game shows and conspiracies. You can't, win-win.
Can't. That's winning. That's what we do.
So Conspiracy Couch was going to be fun on Thursday. That'll be the official launch party for their show, and we all get to compete and play conspiracy theory trivia. So that's going to be fun.
Right, and tell crazy stories. It'll be great.
It's going to be great. Okay, so what else? Let's see.
I do have the video up. If you guys haven't gone over to my YouTube channel, please do that. Check out the video, Tyler and I on the fly the other day, and then subscribe there if you haven't, and that'd be super helpful.
Let's see. I will. The next show on this channel will be DW Truth Warrior. If you guys that haven't checked him out yet, he is amazing. I'm very excited to have him on Wednesday. Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific, 9:30 Eastern. That should be a great conversation. I'm looking forward to it. He's an awesome truther in this movement. He is over on the Foxhole. He's also on Rockfin, and I'm not sure what other platforms he's on. But yeah, he's also over on Rockfin too. I know that. So yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun. Let me empty the chest on D Live. I know there was something else that we needed to cover. Let me go over to D Live and empty the chest.
Yeah, if you I have a D Live channel too, guys. If you haven't, go sub over there as well.
Oh yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. So hold on, distributing rewards right now, guys. There you go.
Yeah, I forgot
That's what I wanted to cover was please go and follow us on D Live. Foil is a D Live. I have a D Live. Follow us on D Live and please go and check out the Foxhole. Foxhole is a really awesome place to hang out. The content creators over there are awesome. The chats and the family over there is amazing. So please definitely go and check out the Foxhole if you haven't. Go and subscribe to us over on D Live, and Foil's already on Rockfin, and I will be up there sometime next week when I will announce it when that has been accomplished. So, and we'll be doing some extra stuff over there on Rockfin, and just like, on top of the normal shows that we do. So yeah, things are changing and moving along, and
moving on up.
It is wonderful to hang out with our space peeps as usual. We love our Sunday nights. Thank you to the moderators so much for the hard work you guys do. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all the people that donated and super chatted us. We love you.
We love you.
And we just love you in general. And we're going to get through this, guys. Keep the vibes high. Hit it, Foil.
Guys, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also go over, like Alara said, and follow us on D Live, Twitch, Pilled, Foxhole, Rockfin. We literally don't know how long we're going to be here on YouTube. You can donate directly to Space Force News Live via Cash App and Venmo. Did you check them? See? We're supposed to be doing those as super chats.
Yeah.
The links are in the description below, along with all of our other personal links on the link trees. If you want to support...
1 second. Yeah, we actually got one from Troy Cooks. Thank you, Troy. That's very nice of you. And Judy's pissed. Thanks so much, you guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Thank you for reminding me to check the Cash App, Will.
The paper reminded me to remind you.
Yeah, well, I got to write down on my paper, too. All right, do your spiel again. Sorry, I interrupted your spiel.
Yeah, if you guys want to support us and a veteran-owned business, check out BeardVet.com for all your coffee and super manly needs.
And don't forget a puffin shirt. Those are the greatest thing ever. The puffin shirts and the black ones are out now. The black ones are done. They're in the store, guys. The link to the store is in the description below on YouTube. And it's in D Live, too. So, yeah.
Should be everywhere.
All right, sorry. Third time's a charm. Foil, hit it.
Meet us back here next Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific for another super awesome episode of Space Force News Live. Keep your eyes on the skies and stay loyal.
We are your news in this dimension and the next. Good night, Space Peeps. We'll see you next week.